Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Seti Saturday, May the 4th, 2024. We welcome you to our broadcast, Seti Saturdays, brought to you by Seti Inc. We hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We hope things are going well for you and your family. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you don't know, Seti Inc. is a management consulting firm. We invent tomorrow today. Definitely want to reach out to us at www.tasetiinc.com. Check out the website there and schedule your free consultation. We are giving information for the masses, for people to learn, to grow, to expand in a positive reflection and weigh their realities, business-wise, personal, etc. So reach out to us at customer service at tasetiinc.com. Make sure you do that. Today, we do have something very special for you. We have something special. You'll get that at the end of this broadcast. So hang in there. This will not be long today, but we want to share some important things to keep you in the loop, keeping you updated as to what the continuous realities, focus, and functions of various persons, entities, and perspectives that are going on in our big macro world. Everything that is going on that is affecting people all over the planet, sooner or later affects us all right in our family nucleus. We are here to give you that information, to put you on course, to give you hopefully choices and options, leads and information that put you in the mental, physical, and spiritual perspectives to gain positive result. Our prayers are with everyone to the Most High and the ancestors that you are blessed. And so let us start, as always, by indicating who we are. We are Seti Inc. Management Consultants, Business Advisors. We teach digital economics, digital financial literacy, decentralized cryptocurrency interaction. If you were to look at us from a four-pillar standpoint, it would be management consulting, strategic planning for businesses, family offices, and individuals. This is being on point, strategizing, and ensuring the means to which you garner success. Wealth creation, financial development. We deal a lot with alternative finance outside of the TradFi or traditional system of things, which is collapsing, by the way. If you're following the show, you already know it's collapsing. Wealth management. Once we can finally begin to gain some wealth, we then have to manage it so that it begins to multiply. And then we have to protect it. There are many, many forces that seek to devour every penny we make, seemingly, to take it away from us, to take away even the joy, if you will, of even having such success or garnering such success, working hard to achieve your goals, and then someone comes to snatch it from you, right? We have to learn to protect our interests. We continue on with our series, Why Should You Be in Decentralized Finance? Now, again, hang in there, stay tuned. There's going to be a special treat, some special information. I'm going to give you some special information. Let me tell you now, even though it will be financially orientated, it is education. It will not be financial advice. If you want to really get deep and learn, you should be reaching out to us and contacting us at customer service at tasetiinc.com. But I'm going to show you something that's really beginning to do well. It's been around for a while. Many of our members have been involved with it. It is starting to reap fruit, and we are very, very happy about it. But first, let us take a look at the world of banking. What is going on in the world of banking? 38,400,000,000 in deposit flight has hit Wells Fargo and Citigroup in 1 year as JP Morgan Chase CEO issues warning to Federal Reserve. New numbers show two of the largest banks in the US are witnessing billions of dollars in deposit flight. What is going on? What are they talking about? What's happening? Well, people are beginning to become enlightened a bit, not necessarily simply following the narratives of media that tell us silliness about what we should be doing, as if we should have all our money in a bank, in particular because you're not reaping any reward. You're not getting anything back. The banks are waxing rich, utilizing consumer deposits, business deposits, etc., in the banking institutions. But the depositors are not really getting any kind of real returns. You know it. Put money in a savings account, and in fact, you're getting a negative return when you calculate inflation. You're actually getting a negative return if you're getting something like a 0.5%, 1%. Even if you're getting 5% a year, you're getting negative earnings on your money. And so it maybe it's not even the regular average everyday people who it should be causing this capital flight, deposit flight from the banks, but maybe it's those even more savvy who have larger amounts of money looking for places to put their money. Wonder where they're going. Could be decentralized finance. We've been telling you about it for a long time now, right? People are beginning to understand the power of decentralized finance, but this is what the banks are having to deal with now. As JP Morgan itself says, deposits tumbled by 7%, right? So people are not as much willing to simply put their money in a bank. Banks are more a means to an end. You have to kind of have one right now just because it's kind of the normality of what we do in terms of how we operate financially. We deposit money, we write checks, etc. We need to deposit a check, etc. Um, it acts as a general facility of transactional reality for us, and that's okay. But in terms of really getting any earnings here, making any profits here, getting any wealth, forget about it. It's not happening, right? So people are beginning to wake up to this fact, and it's impacting the banks. The banks are worried. This is, of course, why they don't like decentralized finance, because decentralized finance puts you and I in a position to be our own bank. Yep. We become our own bank. We become our own financial power broker. We're able to transact, transfer, move money, make earnings, do what we want, do what we will in our own best interest. Isn't that what you should be doing? Acting in your own best interest, isn't it? Well, that's what we're here continually talking about, continually pushing, seeking to motivate you and everyone to do and to act in our own best interest. And the decentralized world is, in fact, one of those things that does that. Now, in other news, the IRS has been working quite diligently, probably since at least 2014, in trying to determine how to manage and handle this digital reality, um, how they're going to get the tax revenue from individuals and companies who deal with decentralized finance. And so they have drafted some new forms. There are, in fact, some um, regulations that have been written. They have not yet come into force, but there were two sets of regulations written actually in 2023 that deal with reporting and management of digital asset revenue that might be coming in. So the United States Internal Revenue Service, the country's tax service, has released a draft of its new form. Now, this form is said to come into play in effect, truthfully, in 2026. You may know if you're using exchanges like Coinbase or Cash App, even. They are sending us now, not only for digital assets, but anything we do. The, I think it was roughly, might have been 2022 or 23. Feels like 2022 when the law actually went into effect, where they began to send out 1099s for anything you did over $600 in any one of these kinds of platforms, these centralized platforms. And this is whether you were dealing with digital assets or decentralized finance or digital assets of any kind, and just fiat money, right? So they are tracking now our activities, and these things are now being recorded, and we are now getting 1099s for the movements of money. You might also know that the IRS is booting up. It has received additional capital. They say, though, that they're not going to go after the everyday man and woman. They say that they're going to go after the big fish, the wealthy, the elites, whom they probably should, because, you know, and this is not to say that everybody who's rich and elite are bad, but we know that a lot of money has been discovered in coffers that um, they weren't going after too vigorously at first. Seemingly, they would have been going after, the middle class America and the poor, who bear the brunt of tax liability and tax payments in this system, a system where people like billionaires like Warren Buffett have honestly proclaimed that they pay less tax than their employees, right? So we know that this isn't far-fetched or off. Now, if the IRS in truth is going to be going after that class, then yes, that's a good thing, because they're the wealthy and they have more to pay. And proportionately, then, and mathematically, based upon everything else, they should be paying more than someone who's making, let's say, $100,000 a year, right? Makes sense, right? So we'll see, and we'll keep an eye on that. But what you need to know anyway is that we at Seti Inc. are and do we are tax management strategists. We do tax management strategy for our clients. We have helped a number of people to deal with their tax situations. We are the ones accountants call. Why do we say that? Well, it's true, number one. And number two, oftentimes, our clients had accountants, CPAs, and they have still fallen into a situation because, remember, in particular, if you're not dealing with your accountant or your CPA throughout the year, and you're only going to them at tax time, that's their busy season. And most of them are not going to take the time at that moment to really try to get you into some strategized management situation in the first place, if in fact they even do that. And many don't, right? Many are tax preparers. They, of course, know some insight and should have some insight into the law and be able to help you with a number of things, but they don't necessarily get into the full-fledged realm of strategy and things and possibilities you could do to basically legally lower your tax situation, right? There's a reason why billionaires pay less. It's not necessarily that they are cheating. No, it's just that the laws are written in their favor, and they're utilizing that law in their favor. Well, that can happen for us too, the middle class, the average everyday man and woman. That can be a benefit to us, and that is one of the things we do at Seti Inc. We do tax management strategies. Now, right now is the time, right? Tax season has kind of, well, it's almost over. Unless you did it filed an extension, then you have more time. But now is the time to prepare for the next year. Get your management strategies in order now. So give us a contact at customer service at Seti Inc. Again, we are management consultants. We do quite a bit of work, all in the interest of benefiting people, of helping your financial life, of improving your business, your family, advising in business affairs, and helping to strengthen our capacity toward earning, toward wealth, toward growth, etc. Remember, many of us know that when we got into business and we did our business plan, we had to think about SWOT: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT, the SWOT analysis we had to do for our business. And many times we think that's what we do only at the beginning, but no, we must continually look at our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The environment never changes. In terms of these things always being present, we help our clients to look at these things continually so that you can modify your perspectives and move according to what is happening right now. Even what we're talking about in terms of regulation, we mentioned in a prior broadcast about the CTA, the Corporate Transparency Act. All of these things are potential threats and or maybe even opportunities for us as business people because they keep on coming, right? So now we want to share with you some of the great blessings that our members and clients are beginning to see. You see this chart here. We told you, we've been talking about it. We were up till the time that it initially happened, which was the bull run, right? We had been talking about the bull run, the advent of the Bitcoin halving, etc. And it's manifested, um, took place on the 20th of April. And it's not as if some poof, abracadabra, everything just starts happening. No, generally and historically, you really get into the real bull run roughly 6 to 12 months after the halving takes place. But we're beginning to see some movements in uh, some blockchains and some particular current cryptocurrencies, etc. We're beginning to see some movements, right? We invite you to learn more, to find out what we're doing, because what this represents to us, and this again is not in this broadcast, in the way that we're bringing forth any kind of financial advice. We're not telling you what to do. We're showing you something and educating you on the possibilities of what could happen, right? But you see with your own eyes this particular cryptocurrency, the coin, was doing some, and this just happened, by the way, over this week, right? So what you're seeing is a trend that has taken place this week. You can see right here. Notice it was all the way down here with 3 zeros, right? That's like 1,000% increase potentially, right? Look at the difference here. Is up, well, not quite 1,000, but at roughly about 500% increase. If you look at the difference here, uh, 2 zeros. This is a huge situation. Now, what happens during the bull run is we get to see this happening a lot in a lot of different places, but it's starting to bubble in a few places now. That's the point, right? Now, what I want to share with you today is the actual name of a token. You can get involved with it yourself. You can do your own research if you like. Um, it's been around for a while. It's called Titanx. There's a lot to this, I will tell you. So the education part is very important. Becoming knowledgeable about anything you might put your money in is very important. That's what we do. We educate our clients and members, and then we help some to manage some of the things that they're doing through our club apparatus. And you too can join that. But this Titan X is big, right? First of all, it has a lot going on with it. This particular token, there's a lot of connections, a lot of things you can do with it. But what I really wanted to show is it had really gone down tremendously. And in fact, even this high that you see here is far down than its previous highs, right? It had been way up for a while, and then it had fallen quite tremendously. People, a lot of negative things being said in the community, people kind of concerned and worried. But the way that the system was built, it's what we call it. It has inflation, deflation mechanism into it, and it is now in its deflationary phase. It is moving into It's deflationary phase. And what's happening in this sense is there's not a lot more of this token being minted or produced. And so, in a similar fashion, like Bitcoin, what that means is there's a limited supply, or the supply is now being limited, right? There's less supply of the token, which this token is used in many other things and connected to many other systems and programs and protocols. And so now we're beginning to see this um, token appreciate in value, right? And this, again, this is just yesterday's chart, right? It's already up another 400 points when I looked at it this morning, up from roughly, you see, 6 zeros, 2569 to 6 zeros, 2969, I think, or 2967 when I looked at it this morning. It's up another 400 points. Um, this is a very good opportunity, right? And again, we invite you into this world of decentralized finance because this is where average everyday people, we can begin to change our financial lives. This is not hocus pocus poof, alakazoo, right? This is not get rich quick. This is work, right? Now, we can teach you how to do the work part, right? Because this is not something we play with. This is, we look at these things and we're analyzing, we are doing technical analysis around this. We didn't just jump into this just because. We analyzed it. We had input and knowledge about what to potentially expect because nobody can read the future, right? But we can look at things and gain understanding based on several apparatus, right? And we are now in a poised great position, and we layered our position for our members and clients because of the interconnections of this particular token. But you too can go find this token for yourself. Go to CoinGecko, for example. It's there. You can see its movements, right? But if you were to get involved with this right now, as it is moving back toward its all-time highs, right? That's what we're looking to see. We're looking for it to move back toward its all-time highs, and it is now starting to take root. It looks like, right? Could fall back, could retrace, does happen. But it, with all things being considered, certainly looks like this particular token is going to move toward the more to the right and up, which is what we love, right? More to the right to see. So I'm giving it to you. You have your options and choices. Go research it for yourself. This, I believe, will do well for us, for many. It is starting to do well for many of our clients who are involved in it, our members in our club. You too could take advantage of these kinds of activities that we're doing and seeing, and we're always looking for more. We are well into the decentralized space, and our goal is to make as many people as possible wealthy. Yeah, to make us the everyday average man and woman, to make us some money, to make us some earnings, to help us to learn about this wonderful blessing from the Most High and the ancestors, this wonderful opportunity of decentralized finance. These are the things that are actually happening that you could be participating in. Thank you so much, family. Share and spread this word. We will continue to bring you these jewels. We will continue to bring you these perspective opportunities. No one can tell you about anything financial that absolutely will 100% work, right? No matter what it is, it's going to have ups and downs. If you're in business for yourself and have been so for some time, you already know. You've probably had seasons of robust earnings and you've had seasons of drought in your business, right? Because it's the natural flow of economics. But likewise, we are now in the season of growth, and we are in the season of development and plenty and harvest. This is that season, uh, and the bull run is bubbling up. And so you want to get involved. Make sure you reach out to us at customer service at TaiSetiInc.com. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Get this word out. We are here to help the masses, to take our fair share, to get involved. No more putting your money in places and getting 2% a year. That's over when we are seeing certainly 6 to 15% per month. Per month. Yes, on average. Yes, this is real. It is really happening and really taking place. We look for you to join us to savor the benefits, to savor the robust opportunities, and to get yourself on that trail of earning and wealth. Thank you so much, family. May you have a splendid and wonderful weekend. We look forward to seeing you. We look forward to hearing from you. Reach out to us. Thank you so much. Peace and power.